Guys, we've got a very special, exciting package from Discraft. I've been told they found a mold that is long forgotten since 2010, and they sent these to me to try them out. So here we go. We've got what I've heard is an old, I guess, but kind of feels like a brand new Nuke. They're calling it the NUKE PLUS, and it's not too different from a Nuke, but it does have like a tiny little bead on the bottom and a little bit blunter of a nose. So I got some other Nukes as well to compare them to, because I haven't thrown these yet at all. I wanted to show them to you guys for the first time, get the maiden voyage with you guys. But as you can tell, the Nuke on the right side, well, this pink one here, a little bit sharper, and then obviously no bead compared to, there's a little tiny bead on the bottom of the NUKE PLUS, which is kind of unique for a distance driver, I feel like. It doesn't honestly feel too bad in the hand for me. Like, I don't really notice the bead too much, just feeling it. I mean, it protrudes a little bit, but it's still pretty comfortable. If it flies good, I'm not going to care too much about that bead. And then forehand, same kind of thing. Honestly, I would have guessed it would feel worse, and it's pretty usable just feel-wise. But let's see how they fly. It's supposed to be kind of between a Nuke and a Nuke OS. I think they were testing these out like back in 2010 to see if they could get like a more overstable Nuke before the Nuke OS came out. And I was told these were just too overstable for the time. But now that everyone rips and throws 600 feet, maybe these are exactly what we need. So let's give them a rip and see how they fly. All right. I gotta get warmed up here, Jude. I haven't thrown shots since my round. Let's go with the orange one first. Look at this. NUKE PLUS test 6/2/2025. I feel a little special that they called me up and that they wanted me to try these out. They think I'm the Nuke guy. So it's kind of an honor, you know, be on Discraft, the elite team. And they hooked it up with the NUKE PLUS, so let's see what we got, y'all. I'm gonna try to throw just kind of a stock release. We do have some left to right headwind too, and it's cold. Okay. So one throw in, it flies exactly like Bob told me it should fly, I think. They got a little bit of a flip up, so it basically flies like a stable Nuke, which is like, as pros, as we're kind of always looking for like really stable Nukes to get the distance but keep the stability, so not quite the NUKE OS stability that actually like we want to push to. So let's another one, same kind of thing here. This pink is pretty sweet too, this plastic. Nice little dome, and I think we can adjust things too if we do want to like run some of these. We could maybe make them more domey, or I don't know, whatever else we would want, I guess. Yeah, not too worried about that flipping over. So it definitely has more stability than a typical Nuke. Let's put a little more, like let's put a little Annie on it, see if we can get it to hold over. These are all 174 grams too, I think, if I remember right. Again, Discraft plastic looks pretty sweet these days. I'm gonna try to put this on a tight little flex line, see if it just bones over or if it kind of holds up. Holds up. Wow, and it comes out of it too. That's pretty nice, man. That is pretty nice. We do have some wind too, so let's do this. Let's throw. This is gonna be the closest. This is like my kind of distance but controllable Nuke that I have in my bag right now. Big Z, pop toppy. Has a little bit of stability, but it should be. I think it's gonna be flippable with the nose. We do have to wait though. We've got a guy walking across the field, and I don't want to hit anybody. All right, so we'll just keep the angle stock angle here, same as the false two, hopefully. Yeah, see, there we go. The NUKE PLUS on the same angle definitely held up more, and didn't go quite as far, which that's kind of how stability works. Let's go with the NUKE OS. So this is definitely should be more stable. I mean, the NUKE PLUS is supposed to be in between, so. Throw this on the same angle and see how it reacts to this wind. And then yeah, no flip up at all. Man. All right, so flight wise, I'm impressed with the stability. Let's go with 2L series Nuke as well, which this is definitely more on the unstable side. So we'll see if we can get it to fly before it hits too much edge, but this definitely shouldn't be as overstable as even that big Z one. Yeah, so you can see those really torn over and get a lot of distance. A lot of distance, but definitely a lot less stability. I'm excited to flip this whole video around and go with the wind and see how stable they fly with that and how much distance we can get. All right, so we got some pretty good distance with these Nukes. Nuke OS, definitely the most left, so got the most fade. This is one of the Nuke Pluses that I put on a nice kind of stock hyzer angle. And then we got a couple more Nuke Pluses, let's see, up here, which landed pretty much just straight. We got the orange one and the purple one. And then let's see how that compares to the Nukes that I threw. Oh man. All right, so I guess quite a bit further. I mean, this is probably 80 feet more distance than the Nuke Plus is, which again, that's partly because we just got a much more like turning full flight glidey push out of it. Kind of the same thing with this big Z Nuke, which is another, I mean, 70 feet past the Nuke Pluses. So they aren't going to fly as far, but again, that's probably because they're more overstable, which might be kind of what you want. All right, let's throw them with the wind now. All right, so I guess now we've got tailwind, maybe a little even a little bit right to left. So should kind of just pick them up and push. Again, they feel pretty good though. I mean, I like the stiffness of this in this plastic too. And I don't know, I could bag them. They definitely don't go as far as a Nuke, even like my slightly more stable one. So I wonder if that's maybe because like the nose is blunt. But then again, maybe it's more controllable. I don't know. It definitely seems to just dump harder at the end too. Like that got its nice pushing flight, and at the very end it seemed like it just kind of stopped flying and go left. Which it's probably going to be, might be like a more consistent Nuke basically. Holds the line the whole time. Man, I don't know. I kind of like these. I feel like in other sports, like in golf, they've got like the standard version, and then they've got like the pro version for drivers and stuff. So like this is almost like the pro version of a Nuke, I feel like. Let's try little Andy again on this one. Definitely fights out of it faster than probably like any Nuke of any plastic that I have. I've got some Z Nukes that are pretty overstable, but I think this beats those even. I guess we'll throw this again just for distance comparison's sake. See, it just flies so much. I mean, yeah, that normal Nuke just gets so much more distance because it doesn't just fade at the very end. So that's the thing though, like a Nuke is gonna fly further than a Nuke OS, obviously. So a Nuke Plus should be in between. Try to tone this one a little bit. Nuke OS. Quite a bit more stable than the Nuke Pluses. So it really does, I can't pick up a disc to save my life. It really does fill a slot though. Because like, I feel like most of the time we'll be looking for Nukes that fly, maybe like these Nukes that are kind of unstable, and then we'll try to find Nukes that are more stable, and we'll try to find Nukes that are more overstable, and then we'll jump to a Nuke OS to where we might be able to just find like a stock Nuke now, and then a Nuke Plus to fit that gap in between the Nuke and the Nuke OS. So it might be a slot we've always needed. 2025 2-hole series. Man, oh, we threw it across the road into somebody's backyard. Well, I didn't throw that disc. That was AI. Don't hold me liable, I didn't do it. Got one Nuke Plus. Dang, this Nuke OS low-key got some good distance actually. But I definitely did throw more of a flexing line with it. And this Nuke OS, or this Nuke Plus, did beat it out. Got another Nuke Plus over here. I think this is a disc where I'd probably want to test them out a little bit more excessively with some of my other stock Nukes, a little bit more just to see the distance comparison. Because like if a really oval stable nuke that I find goes further than this NUKE Plus, then it's gonna be hard for me to want to bag it. But then again, if this NUKE Plus is like way more consistent and has a more dependable finish and like I can trust it more, especially in wind, then I could see where maybe not having as much distance is like worth the compromise, I guess. We've all got to make sacrifices, and sometimes a little bit of distance sacrifice isn't the worst thing. This is, again, I don't know who threw this over here, but these 2025 nukes do go pretty freaking far. All right, let's run this back one more time. I want to throw a couple forehands with them, see how they flick with that spin. A little more oval stable. I might be able to have to like chop them a little bit, which I know a lot of people like that anhyzer release anyway, so they might be even better than nukes for forehand for a lot of people too. And then maybe even get Jude to throw one, because his arm speed is not quite the same as mine. Even though he does low-key does kind of it, but let's run it back one more time here. We got Jude, guys. I'm so excited, man. We got Jude back for a couple weeks, a good time, not a long time, unfortunately, but a good time we'll make it fun while we can. Jude just played disc golf. Still got some rips in him. All right, I'll throw a couple forehands, and then I want to see you whip a backhand and see how it does. So we hooked up.
This is not on yet.
That's good.
Jude's live. Jude is live.
This is a bad idea.
Don't say anything that can be canceled.
That's gonna be tough.
All right, let's go forehand. Hopefully not wrist roll it, hit the kids. That'd be a nightmare. I need to throw it pretty much flat, obviously pre-cock. Here we go. Oh, I threw it on hyzer. Let's redo this whole set.
Yep.
All right. I mean, pretty stable on forehand, as expected. Honestly, still came out pretty nice though, even with that little bead on there. Let's see you throw a backhand, Jude.
Oh boy.
Let's get him in front of the camera. Everybody wants to see him.
Do they though?
I mean, even if they don't, it's my channel, so I can kind of.
Can I throw this instead?
Well, maybe you should throw that too, though, just to get a comparison.
Okay.
That's supposed to be the people's nuke. One of the flippiest runs we've ever done for the 2-hole series, but definitely good for most arm speeds.
I mean, what's my angle on this?
Whatever stock is. Well, stock is roller angle for you. I think go tight Annie.
Honestly.
Go like tight Annie.
Tight Annie, see if that works?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
That's your angle. Look at this. He low-key rips.
Stop it. I'll take that. I think I got all that I can. Slight Annie just kind of held.
Yep. Yeah, so definitely flew a little bit more oval stable maybe than when I threw it.
Yeah.
Because mine would get a tiny little bit of flip, but that makes sense since I do throw a little further. But throw the 2-hole series too. Might as well whip that.
All right.
Give a good comparison with this nuke versus the NUKE Plus.
I just go same angle or a little flatter?
A little bit flatter maybe, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Little highs are accidentally. It did flip kind of to flat, but then obviously it stabled out.
Yeah.
Got to the low speed fade pretty quickly.
Let's throw some tailwind shots, see how much distance we can get. All right. We got a little tailwind now, so I'll try to throw this maybe even touch an Annie, and try to get some flight out of the forehand. Oh, I threw it kind of flat. Let's throw another one. Need to really get the wrist involved here. There we go. That's an angle. I do love the stability of these for backhand and forehand. The speed though, I think that blunt nose, maybe the bead, just taking a lot of distance off of it, seems like. Because I feel like a nuke would, I guess I can throw this nuke. I'll throw this green nuke here. Just like my stable forehand guy. Okay, I definitely got more angle on that and wind ride. Oh, kind of the same distance though. So the nuke hits the tree, whereas the NUKE Plus doesn't hit the tree. Oh, let's get Jude back. Throw a backhand with some tailwind.
Okay. Oh shoot. Tailwind now? We had headwind before?
Yep. It's like tail right to left now.
All right, I'm gonna go a little Annie again. Yep. I think it's my only chance of not just having it dump. Oh shoot, I threw it flat.
So you're still getting an idea of how it flies though. Pretty,
yeah, I mean,
pretty
flat,
almost stable. Yeah.
It is stable. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot for my arm speed. I think. I don't know if I would, not that I play even, but I don't know if I would have a use for it other than just being a beefy disc for wind, you know.
I guess it's gonna fly kind of like a normal nuke. So that I'll show you one again, I guess.
Oh man, you're killing me.
The hand, the cold hand.
It's tough.
Hey man, it's a tough job we got.
It is tough. You guys are out here grinding. You know, you can't just sit behind a camera and.
Yeah, I'm saying this is hard.
Oh shit.
I gotta track it. I get hate comments because I can't film it.
All right, I see. Yeah, I gotta throw some a little bit of Andy.
2 Series nuke.
It's tough. It's a tough game.
So yeah, definitely. What is interesting is like the 2 Series nuke is definitely way less stable when I throw them.
When you throw them.
When I throw it, but then for you, there's not a whole lot of difference. So
those two shots look the same to my eye.
Yeah.
I tried to throw them both on Andy, and I ended up messing up throwing them both flat.
Right.
And they just seem to just go flat and then fade at the end.
Right. So the NUKE Plus is probably, it is kind of like the Pro version, but again, I don't know if the distance is the same. Let's go pick those up and then we'll get off on our thoughts here.
Okay.
All right, this is big time right here. This is important stuff. Jude's NUKE Plus, backhand, flat to hyzer, ended up right here. 2 Series nuke, ooh, flat to hyzer, basically the exact same angle, same flight. Did get another 50 feet of distance even.
Wow. Maybe not quite.
Maybe not
but
quite, it's a little left, I guess.
Yeah, thought
Maybe it was more height. Yeah, interesting. Interesting, it's like they, I don't know, man. It's almost like they don't go that far. For being a 13
it is strange.
Still.
That's kind of what we're seeing.
Because like this nuke, yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. This Big Z nuke went through this tree, and it's still 30 feet farther than this nuke, which was.
Is that where that one ended up?
Shot still, a little low, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like from the super thorough testing that we've done today, I think the variance between the stability from a NUKE Plus to a NUKE OS doesn't quite fit exactly in between where it does for the distance.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely less stable than a NUKE OS, but it kind of flies the same distance as a NUKE OS, which is kind of interesting. And I think it might just be because it's less aerodynamic. It's got that little bead on there that might stop some air. It's got the nose is not cutting as fast as a NUKE or NUKE OS.
Yeah.
They do feel pretty good though, and again, they might be more consistent than a NUKE, but you pay for it with distance. So
I think it'd be interesting to see on a day with no wind.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd probably get a better test. I mean, those gusts and stuff. Day with no wind on a hole to see.
Yeah.
True.
I'll keep testing them out. They're fun. I mean, they're interesting. They're definitely unique.
They got a really good stability.
They do have really nice stability. It's like it's kind of like a good nuke stability, like a good overstable nuke stability, at least for what I look for. Yeah. But it just doesn't quite have the seeming distance. Again, we should do it on a calm day, like you said. It's nice to get the wind shots too, though, to see how it fights in a wind, into a headwind or thrown with the tailwind.
They held up good.
And again, even though it has that little bead on, they're kind of not too uncomfortable for both backhand and forehand. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments. If you would want to throw these, if we ever put like some custom stamps on these, or if Discraft ran these and made the NUKE Plus more of like a legit mold, the forgotten mold, the long lost NUKE Plus mold. Maybe those are the reason it's forgotten. Maybe those are the reason they lost it. Or maybe it's a gem in the rough and people need to try these out. At the very least, they're super sick. They're fun to throw. I'm glad Discraft reached out to me to let us try these out. It was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. And yeah, maybe we'll do another video, or at least include them in like one of my practice rounds when it's calmer out, and then throw them a couple par 5 or something and see how they react then. So thanks for watching, y'all, and we'll see you in the next one. Jude, thanks for being part of the channel, man. And
thanks, man.
You know what? Thanks for being my brother. I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Not that you had a choice. Well, I had a choice, but here we are.
Hey guys, take it easy.
Take it easy, yeah.